Hi guys, it's Sarah, and today I'm here with my friend Kristian.
Hi!
We have decided to do a collaboration on our personality types for the Myers Briggs. I am an INFJ and Kristian is an
ENFP.
So we would like to talk about what the letters mean and how they represent our lives. So I have pulled up on Google just a little summary of what the letters mean. So I was just going to go ahead and just read these out.
Let's go.
Okay, so extroversion, people who are extroverted tend to focus on the outer world of people and things, while introverted people tend to focus on the inner world of ideas and impressions.
So I'm an extrovert. Definitely, it's just how I've always been. I've really needed to be, I always needed to be an extrovert because in high school, life was tough. And so I felt like if I showed confidence or if I, like, some people can be confident in a way that they don't have to, like, be, like, out there, but I felt like I needed to state that I was confident. Do you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And so it's one of those things where I was like, if I show this, like if I show how confident I am and be an extrovert, then I'll feel accepted. And I'm also really inspired by other people. Like when I'm around other people, I tend to want to do more.
Yes.
Rather than like if I'm by myself, I just kind of like want to eat Cheetos and, and just like watch Netflix all day.
Yeah.
So it's like one of those things where it's like, I have to work with people, like no matter what I do. And I think that's why I'm also a performer.
Mm-hmm.
It's because like I want to show people like the best. Like I don't know, I just want to be, I love to just be out there and I just love, I mean it sounds arrogant, but I like to be the center of attention sometimes. But I mean, you know, that's, some people do, some people don't.
We all like to sometimes.
Exactly.
And I am introverted, so that basically means that I like to interact with people sometimes, and you know, that's definitely needed for every human being so that they feel some sort of worth in their life. But for me, it's just kind of like I'm okay with a couple of close friends and just limited time during the day because my energy I draw in from being alone. I like to read, I like to watch movies, Netflix, that stuff like that, and it's sort of like recharging my social battery. For me, I have always grown up with friends and people that I've known around me, except for when I moved to Tennessee, which that was kind of a tough thing for me, but I ended up making friends here. And once I made those friends, I was totally comfortable just being around the people that made me happy. And I just, you know, I'm around them and then I recharge when I'm alone. So that's basically...
Yeah, and it's not like, I mean, I don't think like there's like I'm totally extroverted. Like I have introverted tendencies,
Mm-hmm.
I guess is what I would say.
Yes.
Like I like to read and I like to be alone sometimes, but I'm never one to like be a loner.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's so scary.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. But I don't know. I like being out there and it's fun.
Yeah.
To me. And I like talking to people and like getting to know their lives. And with Sarah, you know, since she's introverted, she does more of like deeper conversations, which isn't always bad. That's not a bad thing. But her conversations are more on a more in-depth level when we talk.
Small talk is not an easy thing for me at all. Whereas he can just like meet someone if we're at a restaurant, totally make conversation like out of nowhere, and I'm just like
I did today at Forever 21.
Yeah, he just like made friends with the
Which
clerk.
I got this sweater from.
Yes.
Isn't it cute?
Totes adorbs.
Isn't it awesome? I love it. And then these pants. Look at these pants.
Sexy.
Floral. Floral is the spring fashion.
And totally you.
She looks cute too.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, sorry.
And like sometimes I can be talkative. Like when I'm with him, I won't talk like a mile a minute. But if I'm around people I'm not comfortable with, I'm very quiet. So it just depends on situation and the people. So the next two letters are sensing versus intuition. So sensing people tend to focus on the present and the concrete information gained from their senses. And intuitive people tend to focus on the future with a view of view towards patterns and possibilities. So the future, patterns, and possibilities. So we're both intuitive. And
I feel like it'd be really hard to sense. I don't know. I think too much ahead about things. Like, it's like you play like a chess game. Like you're 2 moves, like you're 2 steps ahead.
Yeah.
I think of like, you know, okay, if I do this, what's gonna happen next? Like, and then after that, what's gonna happen?
Right.
And so it's like a domino effect. I can't. I would like to say that I was more spontaneous, but I can't do that. Like, I can't be like, okay, let's go on vacation this weekend. I just never feel that way. I'm always like, okay, we can go on a vacation next weekend if I save this much amount of money, and if I can get a bikini bought in a week. But you know what I mean? Like, it's one of those things where it's like, I'm glad I'm intuitive, and there's nothing wrong with people that sense. Like,
no.
Go you.
Like, intuition can also go in the way of when I meet a person, I can kind of sense about them. Well, but I can kind of see through them, I guess. And I think you are kind of like the same way.
We read well.
We read people really well, so we can be like, when we meet someone, we'd be like, okay, you seem lazy to me, or you seem like a really cool
lazy.
So I think,
or like, oh, you seem really nice,
right?
Or
exactly.
fake, or most of the time they're stupid.
Yes,
but, you know.
I think that's a way that intuition kind of helps us, and it's kind of almost like a sixth sense, I think, sometimes. But yeah,
it's funny that we're using the word sense for intuition.
I know,
you know what I mean,
isn't it? But yeah, I'm definitely like a future thinker as well. I tend to overthink, which is kind of like a strong suit and a downfall, because I'll think of like, oh, I'm gonna take this test in a week, so I'm gonna study. So I need to study this many days for this many hours, and I'm like, well, what if I don't study this? What will happen? What if it's on the test? And then I'm going.
Finals week for her.
Hell.
Yes.
Yes.
For all of us.
But like,
because of her. but also in the same sense, like, people that sense is not a bad thing. Because they're I feel like sense people with an S give benefits of the doubt.
Yeah.
Like, they're very like optimistic. And not saying that intuitive people are like pessimistic. We tend to think about every single aspect of something, whereas people who sense want to do like just the positives, and that's not a bad thing. That's not bad at all.
not at all.
So, and you know, you need those kinds of people in your life, because they're going to be the ones that always see the brighter side of things. You know, like when you go to them and they'll be like, well, think about it this way. This is what you did in your life today, and this is what's good for your life today.
The next 2 letters are thinking versus feeling. So thinking people tend to base their decisions on logic and objective analysis of cause and effect, and feeling people tend to base their decisions primarily on views and on subjective evaluation of person-centered concerns. So a thinking person tends to be more of an analytical thinker. So someone who thinks really logically in certain situations. So I like to use the example of my friend who is a really logical thinker. He would ask me something like, if you're on a deserted island, what 4 things would you like to bring with you? And I would say my guitar, my Bible, a pillow, and a blanket, because I want to feel safe and comfortable. And he was like, well, why wouldn't you bring like food and like a helicopter or whatever?
Or like water.
Yeah.
But that's just not how we think. And we also seem like, with people that feel, like have feelings, I mean, that sounds really bad, because people who think have feelings as well, and vice versa. But we tend to be more sympathetic. We are the sympathy criers. We are the ones that'll talk to you when you have no one to talk to. But we also think of things of, well, how is that going to make me feel, rather than what would be the right step. Like, not right, but like what would be the next logical step. And so sometimes in the negative way, feeling can get you into trouble because, you know, if you have a guy that you're talking to and he's not really interested in you, but you really like him and you guys are great friends and all that, and your feelings are you want to keep talking to him, but the logical thing is you need to dump his ass because he's stupid. So it's one of those things where this is who you are though, and you can't really change it. And I've always been an emotional feeler. I've always been an emotional person, and that's how I think.
It's kind of hard to get, easy to get emotionally attached to things. Like,
yes, babe, yes.
It's like people or like characters for me, like, you know.
Mine's people.
Yeah.
Mostly boys. Well, men.
I like men too.
Yeah, I know she likes men too, but she's not.
Okay, so the last letters are judgment versus perception. So people who prefer judgment tend to like a planned and organized approach to life and prefer to have things settled. They are more scheduling with their activities. They prefer the destination over the journey. Whereas perception people tend to be flexible and spontaneous approach to life and things settled. They are less scheduling with their activities and prefer to keep their options open. They are more probing with their activities. They prefer the journey over the destination. So,
yeah. I like how, like, we're different. Like,
yes.
I'm perception and she's judging. And with that, she's more of, like, okay, I'm here, and then she looks back on how she got there. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, she's like, this, like, all of these things, like, I'm more of, all of these things are what I'm doing, and then that will make me a better person. So it's not like we're ignoring what's going to happen in the end, or she's ignoring what she's having to go through. It's just, she might look at the bigger picture, and I might look at the, okay, what do I need to do next in order to get to the bigger picture? And that's just more focused on how we are.
And I think something, like, as far as, like, day-to-day activities, like, I need to be mentally prepared before I'm going to do something. So, like, if I'm going to, like, even if it's with a friend that I love, if I'm hanging out with Kristian, I need to know, like, a couple days in advance. I'll be like, okay, what are we doing? Like, how long are we going to be together? You know, so I'm just prepared. Like, I hate making phone calls, and I need to know, like, if I'm going to talk on the phone, how long is it going to be for, and who's, you know, that's just me. Whereas I think Kristian can be like, hey, let's just go do this.
Yeah, pretty much.
And, like, I kind of had to, like, train myself because I love Kristian. I love spending time with him to be like, okay, I guess I'll do it. And, like, literally, I mean, he has witnessed this. I mean, like, I just really wanted to go home today. Like, I wasn't prepared for this. But I've gotten a lot better over the years.
It's fine. I've gotten better with planning, too. So it's, like, one of those things where I plan in advance now, sometimes. Like, if we need to do something. But it's always fun to go out on a whim sometimes.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. We really enjoyed making this video, and I hope you guys liked watching it. Go check out Kristian on his channel. We made a video over on his channel, so I'll put links in the description, and we will see you guys later.
Subscribe!
Yes. Like, favorite, subscribe. Bye! Oh yeah, I like that.
Let me see. Well, I'm covering the lights. Smart me.
Does my face look...
Oh, you look like a baby.
Do I?
You look great.
In a good way? I look yay.
Yeah.
Yay. Okay. Should we just start?
I guess so.
Okay.
It's so weird.
I know.
But let's go. Let's go. Okay, let's go. We got this. Okay.
My hair. What's my hair look?
Your hair looks foamy. Shut up. Oh my gosh. Sarah, it's okay. Why are we nervous?
I don't know, because people are going to see this. I don't know. Okay. Are you ready?
Yeah, oh, hold on. There's my reach. Is your mom doing the dishes?
Making dinner!
Okay, I was just getting mine ready.
Okay.
It's 11 questions. That's all mine is.
Okay.
Oh, has it been recording?
Yeah, it's been
Oh, okay.
recording this whole time. We have lots.
Hold on, let me clean my eyebrows. Oh, this feels weird.
So I just want to see what my face looks like.